Okay, we are less than 24 hours away from the Splatoon 3 Direct, and I'm incredibly excited. So I thought I would sit down and make a more casual video predicting what sort of things I think we're going to see in this Direct. And I guess after the fact, you can come back and you can see what I got right, what I got wrong. Hopefully I get some of this right. By no means would I call myself an expert predictor or anything like that, but I just thought it'd be fun to do this. I know a lot of people enjoy watching these types of videos, so like I said, it is going to be very casual, but it should be very fun. So let's jump into what I think we'll see during the Splatoon 3 Direct. Now, rather than predicting how I think it's going to go from point A to point B, instead I'm just going to focus on what I think some of the more significant reveals we're going to see, and then also some of the just more likely reveals as well, and then maybe some of the things that I just want to see myself. So I'm going to go with a fairly obvious one to start off with. I definitely think that we're going to see a recap of all the quality of life updates and such that we've seen shared on Twitter. There's no way that Nintendo won't want to remind people about all the great updates that they revealed over there, when a lot of people don't even use Twitter and might not be exposed to this information. So showing it all off in a little recap is definitely something I think they'll dedicate maybe a few minutes to. There's not a ton of stuff that was revealed on Twitter, nothing in my opinion that is absolutely game-changing, but still stuff that would be worth showing off in the Direct, so I feel it's a fairly safe option for them to give to us. Given that they've actually revealed some new stages over on Twitter, I think we're going to see a lot of new stages this time, and I'm really excited about that. I absolutely love the stages. It's one of my favorite parts of Splatoon, and of course, it is one of the biggest parts of the game when you think about it because you spend so much time on these stages. So I'm really curious to see what sorts of new ideas they'll come out with. In my opinion, all the stages revealed so far for Splatoon 3 have been a bit eh. Some have been cooler than others, don't get me wrong, and I don't think any of them are bad at all. I just want to make that abundantly clear. But I am waiting to see some crazier stages like we've seen in past games, with some more sort of original and unique ideas, and I definitely feel like they're going to showcase some of those in this Direct. I'd be very surprised if they didn't show off any new stages at all. Even if they don't actually announce them by name, I definitely think they'll be shown off in footage. We'll see those pretty quickly, I feel like. But like with new weapons, I definitely think we will see them actually revealed properly to us by name and such. I think it'll be the same case for Salmon Run as well. I definitely think we're going to see a lot of new stages for Salmon Run, and maybe even just more updates to Salmon Run in general that will make it feel even better than Splatoon 2, which would be really hard to top because personally I think Salmon Run is absolutely perfect. I love it so much, and it was by far my favorite addition in Splatoon 2. So I'm really curious to see if they will do anything to kind of upgrade it this time around in Splatoon 3. If not though, I'm definitely happy it's just returning because I love it so much. I think we will finally see who the idols for the game are going to be. There's lots of rumors about who these could potentially be. Maybe it will be Pearl and Marina, or maybe it'll be Callie and Marie again in some kind of twist, or it'll be completely new characters. Now, my prediction is it's going to be new characters entirely. I think they've kind of hinted that Pearl and Marina are off doing their own thing with their band and such and just making music now. I don't think they're going to reuse them for this game. If they do, that sets a very interesting precedent because obviously Callie and Marie didn't get a chance to be the idols in Splatoon 2. So I think it's only fair that Pearl and Marina sort of step aside for this one. You know, they can still appear in the story mode and have a good significant role in the game, but step aside to give us 2 new idols, or maybe even 3 given that it is Splatoon 3. I really don't think that's going to happen, but maybe if 2 of the idols were kind of humanoid and one of them was a mammal, that would be a really cool sort of twist. I know some people don't really want to see more mammals in Splatoon 3, but I mean, we are seeing more, so I guess it is a possibility. Who knows if something like that would happen. I definitely think that would be really cool. Either way, I definitely think it's a certainty that the idols will be revealed. I'd be very surprised if they left this information out of this Direct. It wouldn't even shock me if they were the ones who actually open up this entire presentation. Although it will probably just be Nogami featuring through most of it, but I think some of the characters are going to get funny things to say during the Direct. That's just kind of the vibe that I'm getting. I also definitely think that it's time that we get a proper introduction to all of the shopkeepers. I mean, we've basically had that. We've seen a lot of them over on Twitter and such, but I want to know who is doing what and everyone who's returning, all of the new characters, which I'm sure we'll see. We did get new ones in Splatoon 2 after all, and of course the returning ones that we all know and love from Splatoon games of past. So I'm really curious to see which new characters will be introduced. I guess not even just the shopkeepers, But which characters in general, I'm sure there will be some new significant ones. Of course, we know there's lots of returning ones from the past games, but I definitely think with Splatoon 3 and it having such a distinctive theme, I think it's time that we see some really cool new characters that we will all know and love 1 year from now, and we can't imagine the franchise without them. Just like why we need new idols, in my opinion. I think getting new characters for the franchise is cool. Don't get me wrong, I think we're all pretty attached to lots of the characters from Splatoon 2 and 1, but I don't know, refreshing it with new characters is a good idea in my opinion, and the ideas are basically limitless. Nintendo is so good at designing characters for these games, so I want to see more. A big one, I do actually think we're going to see a new mode revealed this time around. Now, I honestly have no idea what this mode would be. I know there are some people who think we're going to see a sort of battle royale type mode. I really don't know about that one. I know that idea gets a lot of hate. I made a video about it a while back and it was like one of my most disliked videos, even though I wasn't saying I necessarily wanted it to happen. It just seems to be an idea that really riles people up, I guess, because they kind of look at Fortnite and they might kind of look down on a game like that. But I don't know, I think Nintendo is really clever with how they do this stuff. I feel like if they did add a Battle Royale mode, they would make it fit in perfectly and it would work incredibly well and people would probably love it. But, you know, it's just kind of the idea of it that people need to get around. Again though, I'm not necessarily saying that's an idea that I would be rooting for. I don't really have a strong opinion about Battle Royales and I don't know 100% if that idea would work in Splatoon 3. But I wouldn't say it's out of the realm of possibility. As I said though, I definitely do think we're going to see a big new mode revealed this time around, and I'm so excited to see what that will be. It would really surprise me if they left something like this out. I mean, I'm sure they have enough other content to share, but it's going to be 30 minutes long. So I'd be really surprised if they don't have a really huge sort of reveal, almost akin to Salmon Run, something on that level, but for Splatoon 3. Or it could just be a new mode like Rainmaker is, you know, it might not be its own entirely separate thing like we have with Salmon Run, but I think it'd be cool if they did do something like that so there's another mode to really sink your teeth into, because, I mean, just look at how popular Salmon Run has been. It absolutely blew up in Splatoon 2 and people are still so excited to play it. When I log on to Splatoon 2 now to play, it's almost always to go to Salmon Run. So I'm really excited to see if there will be a new mode that's kind of similar to this in the depth of it. But honestly, I'd just be happy whatever new mode they decide to reveal. If they do reveal one, we will have to wait and see. I really hope you enjoyed checking out these predictions. I guess we'll see soon enough if I'm completely wrong about some of this stuff. Although I did go with fairly easy predictions. It's not like I predicted something crazy or a totally new idea that no one's talked about. I was just really excited and wanted to sit down and do this, so I hope you enjoyed. And I do hope you're excited for my coverage of the Direct and of course Splatoon 3 when it comes out. But let me know your predictions in the comments section down below. I would love to hear what you have to say. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications for more Splatoon videos. Also, if you made it to the end, be sure to comment Splat Gang down below so I know that you did.